Hey, what's up, people? Yo, I'm making this video because this is a message that I want to get out. Anybody from my past, you know, like, like the people that have been like really, really horrible throughout my life and shit. The friends that stabbed me in the back and all the, don't come around me again. I'm fucking telling you that right now. Stay the fuck away from me. And two people I definitely don't want to fucking see again are my last two exes. Don't fucking come near me again. The last two, no, don't fucking come near me again. Yeah, if you want me to talk about my relationships, I'm more than happy to do that. Like, okay, I'll talk about them, but I won't use their names. I'll use the first letter of their names instead. All right. My last ex, K. I was with her for like a little over 4 years, right? This woman was really unbalanced and had a major temper. Yeah, she would explode just off of the smallest little things and, yeah, get really, 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 really upset. Yeah, she was doing drugs behind my back, stealing money, ruining like we were trying to set up, a life, and I was trying to get help from my family and stuff like that, and she kind of ruined the relationship with my family and shit. Yeah, she had three kids. There was N, K, and B. Right, N was seriously messed up. I mean, he had selective mutism that he got from a head injury that occurred during some kind of altercation with a family relative or something where he fell down and smacked his head off the concrete while sitting on some kind of little bicycle or something. I don't know, but he ended up getting selective mutism, and this N, right, basically would not talk to anyone at all, and basically would spend his time, like when he wasn't following his mother around, he would be at school and stuff. But this N would not want to be around anybody, and if he was around like anyone that he didn't want to be around, he would like what's the word? He'd just kind of like be like Helen Keller, kind of going crazy, kind of thing. I mean, yeah, this it was like really out of control. He would, he was, he didn't talk to anybody, right? He followed his mother around. He, even when he would go to school, his Kay had to like literally go to school and had to go and sit with him until he felt comfortable enough around the teacher, until that's when she would let N. But anyways, N would only talk to three people. All right, that was his mother, the woman that was working with him medically, which all of this stuff is medically documented. He was going to some kind of special hospital and stuff like that. Yeah, basically this N would not want, like, no one could go around him or be around him. Like, let me put it this way: the whole time me and her were in a relationship, I didn't associate with any of her fucking kids because of the main fact of just because of the way we were. Like B, for instance, her youngest and shit, she kept him in a car seat the whole time and carried him around like one of those little fucking dogs, right? To the point where she kept him in the car seat so long that it delayed his the ability to learn how to walk, you know? That's how long she kept that kept him in the car seat for. And she would just carry him around like a little dog. And then, yeah, like her son and shit, and fucking was like, didn't want to be around anybody that wasn't his mother, the doctor, or his teacher, which even the teacher, like I said, she had to go into school and sit with him for the longest time before fucking he felt comfortable enough to be there by himself. Yeah. Yeah, she was like really abusive, and like that was another thing that N used to do was like he would follow, like if he wasn't following, he was only like around his mom all the time, following her around, and the only time he wasn't is when he was watching the other siblings, and then every time the other siblings would do something, he would go and tell his mom, and his mom would just blow up and freaking go after the kids. It was, she was hitting her own kids. She was hitting my kids. She hit me a bunch of times. Yeah, it was just a plain out horrible, horrible relationship. The things that she did to me was the most horrible things that you could possibly think of. And like, I just, I'm not going to go into that completely, but still, like she stole a part of my life. I put my faith in thinking that people would do the right thing to end up finding out they played upon people's sympathy and use me as a catalyst in order to get ahead or use it to, get some kind of financial fucking up in their life. And then like it just appalls me. That's the reason why I separated me from all of those toxic people in my life. Everyone, even blood. I had to separate myself from that. I just, I don't want to see that woman ever, ever again. And then there's my previous ex before that. She was just a plain out freaking liar, lied about everything. Lied about everything. This is the woman that I had children with. No other woman, just one woman I had children with. That woman I was with for like 14 years. And all she would constantly do all the time, she would lie, 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 lie. To the point where her mom kind of disowned her because back when she was younger, she made accusations against her own stepfather, which she ended up, taking back and admitting that she lied about later on. But basically, they tortured her stepfather because of the things that she said and shit. Yeah, these are the women that my two most recent relationships. And the funny thing is that her mother said to her, "I hope your kids end up exactly like you." Yeah, that's exactly what happened. I think her mom's like, like some kind of like gypsy or someone put a curse on her own daughter and shit. But yeah, she basically passed on her, shit to the kids. Yeah, and they do exactly the same thing. Yeah. Uh, that's like I said, the reason why I'm alone, why I separated me from all of that toxicness, and why I'm, friendless and, spend my time just painting, playing video games, sitting in my apartment alone. Yeah, this is, these are the people and my family. Oh, I don't even want to get into that right now, but yeah, that's basically what I just, wanted to get out and shit. K, my last relationship, I freaking, I wish whoever's with that person luck, because I can guarantee that you're gonna be dealing with some shit, yo. Yeah, that's about all I want to say about that right now. Have a nice day.